Ahoy, Waste Water Sports crew. How is everybody doing? I hope we're ready for this absolute blockbuster of a contest. Just 2 seconds, I'll drop my microphone down a wee bit. But how is everybody doing? Let me know in the chat room how you're going. Because we have got an absolute banger of a game coming up in this one as the Panthers at home, notice I use air quotes there, at home against the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs. Should be an absolute cracker of a contest. All right, there we go. That's a much better audio volume. Welcome along. Okay, so now that that is sorted out, okay, Michelle seems to be frozen on the other end of the screen there. So, but anyway, Michelle's joining me tonight. Welcome along, everybody. Gamer Mel, ahoy there. UFC, ahoy, mate. Blair, Andrew, ahoy. How are you doing? So this is a game. It's going to answer a couple of questions. And those questions are, is this a false dawn for the Panthers, or are we finally seeing them return to the form that we know they're capable of? And for the Bulldogs, have they had a little bit of a dream run so far, and are they about to get smashed back down to reality? The Panthers, this is the closest they've been to full strength pretty much all season long. So it'll be interesting to see. Obviously, they're missing Sorensen. Sorensen's out through suspension. He's going to sit out the next 2 games. But really, going through the team sheet, I'm pretty sure, unless I've horribly mistaken or horribly forgotten somebody, I should say, they're pretty much at full strength. I mean, me personally, I would have Alamotti in the team ahead of Casey McLean. I know that I talked up Casey a lot at the start of the season. He didn't really go on and deliver. He's finding form now, so that's probably why he's there. But still, I would have, in such a big game, Alamotti, the proven performer. I can only assume that perhaps he's nursing some form of injury as to why he's not running out there. Okay, Michelle is unfrozen and back, presumably, on TikTok. No, of course not. That would be too easy. That'd be too easy now, wouldn't it? There we go. Okay. TikTok sorted, and I've just got to pop in on the YouTube. And maybe this is a question that you can answer, Michelle, while I sort out your video on YouTube. Ari McKean on TikTok wants to know, be honest, where are the Broncos finishing this year? Seems like one that a Broncos fan should honestly answer.
I think I was saying a couple of weeks ago they should finish around 10th, maybe. Where are they now? That's actually a really good question because I don't actually know where they are on the ladder at the moment. Ahoy Gamer Mel over on YouTube. Sorry, I'll just throw that in there. I'm thinking anywhere from 10 through to 8. They'll be lucky to make the 8 the way they're going. They need to string a few more games together. But
considering what they just did to the Sharks in the second half the other week, that's a harsh on your own team there.
Yeah, but I mean, we've seen what they've done, every so often, but we see what they don't do more often than not, if that makes any sense. But I don't know, I'm thinking, yeah, anywhere from like 10 to 8, maybe 7, as high as 7. They're definitely not going to be top 4. Yeah, that's my prediction.
I was gonna say, DJ Shack, wasn't that a funny game? It's like the Sharks are up by like 20 points or something at halftime, and I'm like, they'll screw it up from here. And Michelle's at halftime going, I told you my team would suck today. Well, it kind of transpires. It kind of transpires that we were both somewhat correct. Both our teams are awful this year. But anyways, this is Panthers versus the Bulldogs. So thank you for that question. And 10th, Michelle reckons her Broncos will finish this year or thereabouts.
10 to 7 at the top. I think DJ Shack said something 6th as the top and 11th as the floor. So he's gone one other side of me there, DJ Shack. Also ahoy, DJ Shack, and Burko as well. But yeah,
no faith
schedule, but they know how to stuff up those easy games.
Blair 420, thank you very much for the heart me over there on the TikTok. Very much appreciate that. I think that we are still, by the way, experiencing issues with Twitch. So I don't really know what's going on with the Twitch, to be honest. And even though we literally just got monetized over there before the issues started happening, it's not our primary platform, so I don't know honestly how to fix that.
Every time I open TikTok, it makes my Discord freeze. So I'm gonna have to jump off TikTok. I'm sorry. Like every time I open it on my end so that I can see the chat, it makes my Discord video freeze. So that's what was happening there. So I'm gonna jump out of it for a bit. We'll see if that fixes it.
No worries. And yeah, we'll see. We'll see how this game goes. Panthers versus the Bulldogs.
Who did you tip?
So I've gone for the Panthers in this one. Panthers by 8.
Oh, you more generous than I. I've gone the Panthers by 2.
Oh, it should be a good game, regardless. Oh, have I left my drinks out there? I have.
It's a good game. We always talk these games up, and then they end up being absolute like yawn fests. So it better be a good game, or I'm in bed by halftime. Oh, he's run away. I don't know where he's gone.
I said I left my drink out there.
Oh. I know, I am prepared with the beverages this evening. Not having a lot. Just a couple of nice ones that I can savor while I'm watching the match. So, all right, what do we got?
So, as unfortunate as it is, I am going to jump in here and kill off the Twitch stream if I indeed can, because I don't really know what's going on over there.
It's good, isn't it, SS Storm fan? Ahoy also. Ahoy to anybody I've missed in the chat rooms. But yeah, it's cool, hey, the big screen graphic. It's good fun.
Live and unstable.
Live and unstable. Are you talking about me?
No. Toggle, oh, hang on. Toggle below under advanced menu settings. Okay.
Yeah, DJ Shack, it's good when it's on free to air. It means that, you know, we're not behind in the stream, and I'm not behind Dan because for some reason my KO never is the same time as him. Drives me up the wall. Oh, so what have we got this weekend? Is it's Beanie round? Is it
It is Beanies for Brain Cancer.
Beanies for Brain Cancer, that's right. So they're all running out in their beanies. And so the one with the pom-pom on it looks pretty cool. Might have to get me one of those.
Matty Colkin, ahoy, mate. No, I haven't really messed about with the Twitch all that much. All I know is that it was working, and we've built the community up over there to the point where we just got monetized, and ever since monetization, just for whatever reason, it will not work over there. So, but anyways, we're just gonna have to live with that again for another day. I digress. The teams are out on the field.
Oh God.
We're ready to go in this one. Panthers versus the Doggies. This is a monster of a game, and I absolutely can't wait for it. Wayne Stretch, ahoy, mate. So excited for this one. It should also be a case where we hit a subscriber milestone. We should hit 6,300 subscribers on YouTube. We should by the end of this game. Beautiful. But let's see.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. The whistle is blown and we're underway. Bulldogs get us started. And the Panthers with first use of the ball. Now, of course, the Panthers are not at their typical home ground. It's being worked on, so they're playing out of Parramatta's home stadium. And that probably leads to some of the crowds that we're seeing. As we've got a HIA bright and early first tackle. Saluka Fafita.
Oh.
Yes, an cheeky elbow there from Moses Leota. Going in too low. Saluka Fafita. And this is honestly what Gus was talking about. If you penalize high tackles so ferociously, where there's just like a little clip around the head, this is what you get. Players are targeting lower now, and the HIAs are going to go the other way. And yeah, independent doctor straight onto it. And Saluka Fafita is a big out here potentially for the Bulldogs. Tackle one, and he's off for a HIA.
He was flopping about a little bit on the ground there, but he's gotten up. He just seems a little stunned. So hopefully that is not a hopefully he's not out, because 32 seconds in, that's a big loss.
Should he be ruled out for the HIA? And even if he's not, just the fact that he's off the field unexpectedly for the next 10 minutes. What in Christ's name was that noise? As Cleary gets the kick down on the 5th and last.
What?
There was a random noise that just came through. And I have no idea what it was.
Oh, well, I just kind of, grunted in agreement. So that was all my noise. Full snoring, but I don't think you can hear him.
So, Nathan Cleary, that answers one of the questions. Will Cleary be doing the kicking? Transpires, yes, he will be.
Oh, my God. He's ruled out already.
Oh, wow. He poor fella must have collapsed in the tunnel or something. Poor bastard.
Yeah.
Saluka Fafita ruled out. And the Bulldogs. Expansive play here on tackle 3. Matt Burton with a good, strong carry. Goes close to the sideline here, Matty Burton, but they are inside Panthers territory. 35 out from the line. Kick out. Steps into contact. Takes 3 to bring him down. They still haven't got him. There they go. Now he goes to ground. 30 metres out from the line here. 5th and last. Harry Hayes sets it up here. 5th and last tackle for the Bulldogs. To the right edge they go. Sexton drops it off on the inside, and Stephen Crichton takes the tackle. The first real opportunity of the game here, and it's for the Bulldogs. Marnie goes from dummy half. Just a couple of metres out. 5th and last for the Dogs as they swing left for Sexton. And Burton with the crossfield kick. Contestable ball? No, it's taken by Kiraz. Kiraz can't pop it back in field. And solid defence there from the Penrith Panthers. An exciting little opening sequence of play.
Yeah. Yeah, super unlucky, DJ Shaq. Like I said, he ran off the field under his own steam. He looked all right. He must have, collapsed or something as soon as he got in the rooms. Sending gifts on Facebook. Didn't know you could do that.
Oh, is that what the sound is? Did you figure it out?
Oh, Wayne Stretch said it.
Oh, Wayne Stretch. As Dylan Edwards almost bumps away. Oh, thank you so much, Wayne Stretch. Yes, we've also just recently been monetized on Facebook. So how's the Facebook stream, by the way? Is that all up to date? The Twitch one's about 15 minutes behind, and we haven't even been going for 15 minutes. So try and work that one out. As Cleary puts the kick down for Kiraz, and the Bulldogs run it back into contact, and they fall down about 30 out from their own line. Montoya has switched over to the right edge.
It freezes my camera.
Still inside their own 30. Preston testing this Panthers defense early. But thank you very much for that, Wayne Stretch. Very much appreciate it. That's our first gift on Facebook, by the way. That deserves a very special cheers.
Absolutely.
And Maddie Colkin with the heart me on TikTok. Cheers. From inside the 40, Sexton finds the turf. Doesn't quite have it close enough to the touchline. And Edwards scoops it up. But he won't get past the 10 here. Well, he's done well, actually. To barrel his way past the 10-metre line. Jenkins brings it outside the 20. And this is where I believe that they will miss Paul Alamotti tonight. Alamotti could have got involved in this hard work coming out of their own end a bit more than Casey McLean. Early kick here from Cleary, finding space in behind. No threat of a 40-20. But still, it has turned the Bulldogs around unexpectedly. Tracy making a lot of meters, but he's heading across field.
Were you saying that he wasn't kicking tonight, Cleary?
Oh, I said it was a question because, he had that injury from Origin. So
he had a week off, didn't he?
The fact that what's his name, Alamotti, didn't get named in the squad suggested that he was right. As Kickout tries to get the arms free, but he is too close to the sideline. An offload there would have been horrendous. Sexton in midfield onto Tracy. Now Stephen Crichton tries to get on the outside, but Casey McLean. What a one-on-one tackle there by Casey.
Now, I put Thomas Jenkins into my multi, but I bet you he doesn't score tonight, even though he scored.
Oh, takes the high ball, and he's taken 10 meters out from the line. He'll be right. Jenkins will get over. Panthers back in possession here. Wonga Blake, that's a name that I haven't heard in a while. Thank you for that, Freddie. Wonga Blake. Up towards halfway here. Go the Panthers. Are inside the 40 still, actually, as Cleary gets this kick away. A kick on tackle 4 this time. It bounces awkwardly at the back for the Bulldogs. Sits up for the Panthers. 5th and last as Garner goes to ground. I believe it's Garner. Front foot ball here. What a kick from Cleary. Staying on the short side. Here's Blaze Talungi. Grubbers in behind the line for McLean. Battered dead by Stephen Crichton. And Crichton's now up and in the young fella's face for some reason. Well, they're both young fellas, but still. Stephen Crichton a little bit lippy for a team that just got turned around and almost had their pants pulled down.
Feel like he might not think he's the same age. He might feel like he's a little bit senior there.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Well, he would be correct in that assumption. Goal line restart here for the Doggies. Burton off the left boot, puts it short on the right side. Contestable, of course, taken by the Bulldogs. Oh, remember how when the short restarts first started, we were abusing teams for using it. Why would you do it? Well, practice makes perfect, right? They're all so good at it now. They're all so good at it. Penalty now for the Dogs. A piggyback upfield. Isaiah Yeo is blowing up at the referee. And that's the first penalty of the game. Well, now, what was that you've just asked, Michelle?
Oh, practice makes perfect. Can someone tell Sam Constas that? Because, yeah.
Okay, we got 8 minutes into the game before we got a...
Was it NBA?
No, we got 8 minutes into the contest before we got an unrelated reference.
It was about practice makes perfect.
40 out from the try line here. The Bulldogs. They've certainly had the better of the early running, the Bulldogs territorially. But Nathan Cleary's kicking game, turning them around constantly.
I was going to say
that was a great opportunity there for you too, by the way, to say, oh, constantly. Sounds like Constas.
I was going to say, and in relation to the game, thank you very much. 8 minutes in, and so far the kicking has been on point, but I've probably jinxed it now.
Whoa, 6 more tackles for the Bulldogs as the ball spills free. And Sexton sets it up in midfield.
Oh God, what's wrong with you, Rock My Balls?
15 out from the line. Bulldogs sending it to the left. Burton Grubbers on tackle 1. And Dylan Edwards backs it dead.
This game, Stephen. This game. And I'm a Broncos supporter. Yeah, another good kick there, even though it was battered dead. Like, just so far, the kicking game. Burton, Cleary, got on a string. But we're only 10 minutes in.
Oh, yes.
I probably jinxed it, so...
Well, if I haven't jinxed it already from the talking it up in the pregame, as Talungi now goes short. This one's not as short. It's still contestable. Crichton bats it back, and it's going to fall down about the halfway mark here for Max King. So it didn't quite work out for the Panthers, but they have forced the Bulldogs all the way back to halfway in the process. They go back on the attack. The Dogs have spent pretty much an entirety of this half so far, the opening 10 minutes down the Panthers' end. Panthers defense holding on for now. Something that they've definitely worked on in recent weeks. Hayward, sorry, not Hayes. Had the first 3 letters right. 20 out from the line. Sexton, dummies, and he's wrapped up. Oh, this has got a finals feel about it, this game. I love it.
It really does.
Little stab in over the top, and it's taken by Edwards in goal. 7 tackle set incoming for the Panthers. And finally, somebody has cocked up one of the kicks.
He's got a freshly shaved noggin on him there, old Dill Edwards.
Yes, I will be joining him one day soon, of course. That Talangi scoots out a dummy half. Yeah, I reckon I've probably got another year or so left, to be honest, as the Panthers get up to halfway. Jenkins now angles back in towards the tackle. And they're in Bulldogs territory. This might only be their second or third tackle in the Bulldogs half. Cleary shows it inside, goes out for Edwards. They've got an overlap for To'o, but Tungo tries to take the line on himself. To'o was wide open there. He would have been away down that right edge. Cleary back into midfield for Yo. Lindsay Smith gets the arms free, but nobody to pass to. 20 metres out here, the Panthers. This is definitely their best position so far. Cleary with the chip over the top. Jenkins is there, but so is Montoya. And Montoya is tackled 10 metres out from the Bulldogs' own line. Oh,
I think very well.
We are only in round 17, of course, but, I mean, tell me this doesn't feel like a final.
It absolutely has that feel. There's the intensity. I mean, obviously, the Bulldogs are right up there. Are they top of the table? Or...
They are indeed.
Yeah, so, you know, you got the...
Loose pass from kick out. Oh, puts pressure on Kiraz, who offloads for Burton. They might make something out of this, as Sherry can't get away one-on-one from Cleary. Oh, you've got to beware those loose balls out the back. Loose balls are dangerous.
Afraid.
I'm telling you. I might be speaking from experience that loose balls are dangerous. 5th and last. Sexton steps outside the 40 and kicks it straight down the gullet of Dylan Edwards. Edwards taken by Kickow. And the Panthers will start this set 30 out from their own line. Still no score, of course, in this one.
13 minutes in.
Cameron Smith looks like he should be sitting next to Santa.
Yeah, those AI, no, not even AI. They're just like, you know, graphic beanies on top of
it's just the logo.
That pop up. Bloody stupid.
It's just the logo over the top. They should have just redone photos and put actual beanies on.
So
chance here for the Panthers. There was a chance on out left. But Garner straightens 5th and last on halfway. Cleary puts the kick up. Jenkins races through and puts a huge hit on Connor Tracy. And it's a penalty. High contact. Unlucky there for Jenkins.
Okay, is it a high contact or is it because he shoved old mate out of the way?
High contact.
Yeah. There we go.
Very unlucky.
He had to. There was a little bit of an obstruction on him there, and he kind of had to shove that player out of the way, whoever it was. So
I would be far more accepting if the penalty was for the push in the back than for high contact, because that was 100%. Not high contact at all. He didn't make contact with him at all. So yeah, even though the referee signaled high contact, let's just go ahead and assume that it was for the shove in the back. Otherwise, that'll do my head in.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm going to go with. Let's do that.
Bulldogs, though, are back in Panthers territory where they've spent a majority of this game. I mean, it has been huge territorial advantage for the Bulldogs. Sexton shows it inside for Kickout. He's got Burton. Dummies go straight through. Matt Burton heads for the corner. Edwards tracks across and takes him into touch. Dylan Edwards take a bow. Isaac Tungo put the pressure on. But that tackle was all Dylan Edwards. Try saving.
Look at him.
Beautiful line break. Matty Burton.
Making taste for Origin there, Matty Burton.
The real thing, who's been on top so far, you reckon? Well, I mean, it's been pretty even, but the Bulldogs have been dominating territory. Therefore, that statistic alone has to give the nod to the Bulldogs early in this contest. Oh, nice wedgie there. Who was that on? That was on Casey McLean. And a penalty to the Panthers. You're not allowed to give out wedgies. I mean, that's not what the penalty's for, but it was for offside. But
was it Critter giving him a wedgie? Because that's actually amusing after he tried to give him a little bit of lip in the in goal there. But yeah.
There was a double-hander, all right, referee. There was certainly a double-hander. There was a double-hander grab on those pants strings, pulling it up. As the Panthers find touch here, back inside Bulldogs territory. Luke, ahoy, mates. Never count the Panthers out, says Wayne Stretch. Delilah McKinnon says, go Bulldogs. Oh, nobody's counting them out.
Well,
certain people in this chat room have counted them out.
Yeah, but that's okay. They don't need to be named.
Yo, to Cleary, back inside for Ghana. 35 out, the Panthers. Solid platform being built here as they get a set restart. 25 from the line, tackle one. Smith on to Cleary. Gets it out to Edwards. Edwards dummies, goes back up the middle, beats one, and he's tackled 10 metres out. Oh, front foot ball, big chance here for the Panthers. Cleary, cut out pass to Yo. Well, it was not really a cutout pass, but it wasn't meant for him. McLean almost gets on the outside. They're 5 out here, the Panthers. Jenkins into dummy half. Cleary spots half a gap, it shuts down. 2 tackles left. Yo in midfield onto Edwards. Out the back it goes for Tungo. Tungo gets the ball back for To'o. Back into midfield. 10 metres out here. 5th and last. They head left for Cleary. Short ball for Ghana. Pops it back for Talangi. Talangi's taken down half a metre short. Half a metre short. Try-saving tackle. Both ends of the field now. Edwards has done one. And now Connor Tracy.
That was a massive tackle. He's come from underneath the goalpost to make that tackle. Look at him.
Beautiful work. Oh. And the Bulldogs have dodged a humongous bullet.
There are some massive shots happening in this game.
They are trying to keep the Bulldogs. They're trying to keep the Dogs pinned down their own 10. And doing a fantastic job of them at the moment, but now a penalty. 3 tackles in, and they've given away a nice little piggyback.
I did notice that DJ Shack with the wedgie. It did look nice and striped. Looked like potentially Panthers jocks there with the stripes that they have on the jersey, because we all know the players like to wear their own team's jocks now.
Bulldogs find touch just short of halfway, and kick out takes the first hit up. This intensity, of course, there's no way it keeps up for the full 80 minutes. Who drops off first? That could be the difference maker.
Literally about to say that. You stole the words right out of my mouth.
I stole your moment.
First.
Sexton infield ball to Preston. 30 metres out from the line. Dane on the short side. Sexton out the back for Tracy. Tracy spills the ball and Jenkins dives on it. Knocked on by the Panthers, though. That forced the ball out.
That is the other issue too. The intensity, like, are the errors going to start creeping into the game because they're starting to, panic perhaps?
Perhaps, especially as the game gets deeper and deeper in the 80 minutes.
I mean, Thomas Jenkins playing fantastic footy so far this year, but obviously hasn't been around as long as some of these other players, so can't keep that cool head maybe. It's got to learn that in these situations.
From the scrum, Bulldogs go down the short side. 15 out from the line, back on the attack. I mean, if the Panthers can hold on here once again, honestly, the Bulldogs have spent so much time down here in the red zone. Dexton.
If the Panthers can hold on again, then our multis are looking absolutely shot.
6 more tackles. I think they're looking shot already anyway, to be honest. No tries in the opening quarter. From dummy half goes Sherry. He's trying to barge his way over, and he's held up over the line. Well, he's trying to do the right thing by us. Well, I'm assuming that Bronson Sherry's in yours. He normally is.
He is not. I went against him tonight.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. He's trying to do the right thing by me.
I actually sent you a screenshot. Now that I can't open anything if I've got Discord open because it kills my video, you'll have to tell me who's in my multi because as usual, I cannot remember.
5 meters out from the line here, the Bulldogs. Sexton to Burton. Kick out on the short ball. A meter out. 2 tackles left. Burton from dummy half is over the line. He's held up. Oh, this goal line defense from both teams. Incredible. Oh, Marley Prime, ahoy there, mate. Burko says, bring on Galvin. SS Storm fan. This is like a grand final or a finals game. Yes, indeed.
Prime ahoy.
5th and last tackle here for the Dogs as they go short side kick out for Sherry, who's crushed in the tackle by Tungo. And that'll be a handover. And Bronson Sherry might not want to run that corridor again. Jeez. Bonfire. And to make matters even worse there, Sherry had to kind of reach up to take that ball, to take that pass, which left his ribs exposed, and Tungo just said, thank you very much.
Yep.
Right in the ribs.
Did your old man have any comments on this game prior to kickoff? Being a big Panthers fan?
Oh, and there's a penalty now for the Panthers. Crowning the ruck area. And Reid Marnie has convinced Stephen Crichton here to take the captain's challenge. Oh, thanks, Cameron Smith. Was that Cameron Smith or Andrew Johns? Thanks for that. This could be a big call, they said.
It was the other one, Matt Thompson.
This could be a big call, they said. Yeah,
so
thank you for
got
that.
My TV on mute, and yet I can hear it all clearly.
Well, Reid Marnie is holding on to the tackle player. Okay, early play of the ball, successful challenge, and this will be deemed a mistake. So there you go. Challenge successful. And I've got to say, like, this is no criticism necessarily. Well, it's not really criticism at all, but yeah, the Dogs are getting the rub of the green early.
They retained the challenge. Wait, did he win that?
It was a successful challenge, yes.
Successful challenge, all right.
Yes.
I thought he said unsuccessful. Yeah, that's a...
Clarky. Ahoy there, Clarky Repia. Over there on Facebook. I've got the Facebook chat open now. So.
Oh, cool.
20 out from the line, the Bulldogs. 18 minutes left in the opening half, which is, we couldn't possibly go in scoreless, could we? Surely not. Sexton out the back for Burton. Well, here comes a try, surely. Crichton can't get on the outside of McLean, who shows in the touchline. And he's over the touchline. The flag is up. Oh, that's huge defense.
I don't think that was defense. I think he got up and put his hand on it when he was getting up to play the ball.
The one-on-one tackle was still... Oh, yes, he did. Put in touch. No, Marcelo Montoya.
I thought it was Critter that put his hand on it when he played the ball. But, yeah, Marcelo Montoya putting his little heel there on the line as he's...
Well,
it
was still a great tackle from Casey McLean. I'm standing by that. One-on-one with Stephen Crichton.
Oh,
I mean, that is...
those two are going at it.
Oh, yeah. That is certainly... That is certainly a master-apprentice type scenario. That one.
100%.
And it was Marcelo Montoya who gone goofed up there. 30 out from the line. Their own try line, that is. Here, the Panthers. Fifth and last. Big kick needed here from Cleary. From inside the
A little
40.
bit of buzz there from Billy Boney.
Taken by Connor Tracy
Mahoney.
on the 20. Returns it to the 30. Bulldogs back in possession. The Panthers just can't, at the moment, get any sort of quality ball down this end of the field. That's the way that it's going. We've
They have
got...
been threatening, though, every time they've come down here.
Oh, certainly. Whenever they get down there, yes, the Bulldogs' defense has had to be on song. But yeah, getting down here seems to be the issue at the moment. Up to halfway again, the Bulldogs. Set restart. Oh, late in the tackle count as well. Bulldogs.
You back in the field again.
Oh, well, they're definitely on top possession and territory-wise, the Bulldogs, but nothing to show for it yet. Hayward. On to Maxi King. King 30 meters out. Oh, this is tense. I love it.
It is.
Short ball from Burton. Creates a gap for Preston, who leaves the ball behind. Preston was in open space. That would have been our first try of the night.
Lost the ball. Oh, he'll be furious with himself.
And the error compounds with a penalty. The Panthers have held on once again. Yes, it was a Bulldogs mistake. But they hold on again. Preston, the ball just spills out. And I would have been furious right about now if he was in my same game multi, which I very nearly put him in. I'd have been furious. As the Panthers now, can they try and build some momentum down this end of the field, for crying out loud? Six more tackles for the Panthers. That will help.
Yep. Get some more momentum. Get up there again.
Inside the 40,
God.
Papali'i. Still looking for our first try.
Well, that's no good.
Oh, who was that in the background getting the knee strapped up?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Yo, onto Cleary. The pass goes through the legs of Talangi. Play on as Casey McLean. 20 meters out on play 4.
That trainer will get off the field anytime soon.
Oh, Cleary's copped one high there from Kickow. This could be the first points of the game. Kickow with the high tackle on Cleary. Do they take the 2?
That trainer has been out there on the field since we saw To'o going back to get his knee strapped up. I thought they were penalising for that type of stuff now. Like they were fining clubs for having trainers out on the field so long.
Yeah, I don't know.
Don't know? I don't know.
Ahmed Soul. Doggies for the win. Yeah, this will be interesting. Dylan Edwards taking the kick of goal, is he? Or is Nathan Cleary? Cleary's in back play.
Oh, God.
So Nathan Cleary at halfback, obviously doing the game management kicking, but Dylan Edwards stepping up to take the shot at goal. 78% in 2024.
He was for New South Wales then?
Yeah, well, he was another option. That's the funny thing. Another option from right in front. I mean, surely even I don't know who's surely Isaiah Yeo could even kick it from there, though. That's the thing. You would think.
You would hope.
You would hope.
Oh yeah, Kickout definitely stuffed that up, and he knew it too. But
imagine 0-0 halftime. Well, we don't have to imagine anymore because penalty goal to the Panthers. And they will lead 2-0. Well, they do lead 2-0. They kicked it. 2 points to Zippo. And, yeah, that scoreboard will update. We've got our first points of the bloody game. You can't believe it. Thought it would never happen.
I know. Jim Condon, ahoy, welcome along.
40 out from their own line here, the Panthers. As Garner takes it up towards halfway. And up over halfway now. It's Edwards. Fifth and last. Cleary from 40 out. Puts it high. Kicking for Jenkins. Jenkins puts pressure on. Times it to perfection. What a hit that was on Montoya.
That's
And
what
the
you wanted to do
Bulldogs
last
inside
time.
their own 10. Jimmy Condon, ahoy, mate.
GameML, you haven't missed much in the scoring part of the game, obviously. But it has
Yes.
been an extremely intense, extremely high quality game.
Oh,
It's been
yes.
a high quality game so far. Don't let the 2-0 scoreline fool you. It hasn't been scrappy. It hasn't been, messy. It's been very high quality from these two teams.
Match of the year candidates so far, with still a long way to go, though, of course, is Burton from inside the 30. That's a hell of a kick from his 30, taken on the 10 metres line by Dylan Edwards. Panthers start this set 30 out from their own line. What a kick that was. Up to halfway now. Kenny goes out to the left for Jenkins. Jenkins into Bulldogs territory. I tell you what, the Panthers, they will be very satisfied that they're in the lead at the moment. Fifth and last. Contestable ball here. No, it's a little too heavy. Kiraz is under pressure, though. Driven back by Liam Martin and Isaac Tungo. 10 out from their own line. The Bulldogs start this set.
The way some of these other players have been tackling, Liam Martin's had a bit of a rest tonight.
Yeah, Liam Martin's been somewhat invisible, it must be said.
I mean, I'm sure he's doing his job, the typical workhorse that he is. But the Casey McLean and Critter battle and Tungo versus everybody on the other side.
Fifth and last here. Burton on the 40, puts it high. Oh, that's a hell of a kick. Pressure on To'o, especially after Origin. He's done extremely well to take it. Somebody's been working on their high ball takes. Nice offload here for Edwards. Edwards heads across field. He's got support from McLean. McLean in half a gap. Brings it up to the 40. Panthers are just starting to... What am I trying to say here? They're just starting to click into gear a little bit as they get more and more ball. Up over halfway.
Starting to win the arm wrestle.
Kenny to Cleary. Short ball for Papali'i. 30 metres out from the line. Fifth and last. Down the short side for Cleary. Just dinks it in over the top and an easy take for Montoya. But keeping the Bulldogs pinned down in their own 10 once again. The kick chase was immense. Bulldogs go for the early shift. Kiraz offloads. Risky play, but it pays off. Burton brings it out to the 20.
Jeez, rock my balls.
Good
you
Lord.
went with violence for me today, didn't you?
Kiraz offloads back for Tracy. Tracy pops it up for Kurt Mann. They're getting their offload game working now, the Bulldogs, and space starts to open up. Crichton up to halfway. It's only tackle 3. And now up over halfway, Kurt Mann. 2 tackles left, the Bulldogs. The early shift. And up the middle now. Marnie's in open space. Support in field from Preston. And that's our first try of the night. They've started to throw the ball around, the Bulldogs. Caution to the wind. They've decided, I think, they're not going to They're not going to win this game by trying to match the Panthers at their own game, which is the battle up front. They've decided this set of 6 to start throwing the ball around, and it's opened the Panthers up. Marnie to Preston, and Preston holds on to it this time. I did indeed, Matty Colkin, nearly have him in my multi, but of course, near enough is not good enough.
Tick off your multi there, Mookie. Dan, was he in my multi? I don't think he was, but...
Where did you send me it?
Messenger.
Okay.
I'd go and check. I just...
That's all good.
My phone did a massive update the other day.
No, he's not.
God damn it! I didn't think he was.
You've got a Jacob in there, but it's not Preston. It's Kiraz.
I've got Kiraz. I knew I had Kiraz.
Yep. To'o, Jenkins, Kiraz, McLean / Montoya.
Righto. Well, I don't think that's going to come off tonight, so...
Yeah, I don't know that there's going to be enough that he tries tonight.
I mean, yeah, well, both teams could come out in the next half and have an absolute, try-scoring fest because they're all exhausted from the amount of defense they've had to play this half. But I think we know better than that when it comes to these two teams. So, goodness. Finally, we got to try. But not a tick off your multi either.
Not mine, no. 6 points to nil as the conversion is successful.
They finally put Fletch and Hindy in one of these Tasman ads. Oh, that's funny.
6 points to 2. What did I say? Did I say 6-0? 6 points to 2. Bulldogs over the Panthers.
No, I don't think you did. But
I don't know.
Either way. Yeah, DJ Shaq, that's it, isn't it? They want to start looking dangerous, play their own game. They can clearly match Penrith when they need to, but if they play their own game, then yeah.
And they've gone straight back to it as well. An expansive shift to the left on play 2. They are throwing the ball around willy-nilly here, the Bulldogs. And it's working for them at the moment. 5 minutes to go till the break.
Nice one, Gamer Mel.
I mean, it's been a pretty clear shift in the way that they've been playing this game. Now Marnie from dummy half kicks early on play 4. Finds space in behind. It sits up, bounces awkwardly for Edwards. Edwards gives it off to Jenkins. A risky pass. Panthers trapped inside their own 10 now. The kicking game is, especially with, we're not sure if Nathan Cleary's 100% per se. So
He's
Bulldogs
not really giving us anything to think about that with the way he's kicking in game management.
Bulldogs have been dominating the kicking game.
Clearly's still kicking well.
But the Bulldogs are on top in the kicking game, that's for sure.
He just hasn't had as many opportunities.
In the general play kicking, Bulldogs are on top, I reckon, clearly. As Panthers on top for life with the 12 roses on TikTok. Thank you very much.
Very nice, very nice. Thank you, Brad Topian, there on YouTube.
Yes, cheers, Brad. As again, the Bulldogs looking down this left edge. Early shift was on, but Carraz goes to ground. 30 out from their own line here, the Dogs. Quick play of the ball. Sherry darts out at dummy half. Doesn't catch them napping. They go back up towards halfway, although that's a loose pass, and man spills it backwards. Makes him an easy target for Papali'i and Garner. They've lost ground on play 4. Curran. Short of halfway. 5th and last. Burton puts one of his traditional bombs up. Oh, here we go. Dylan Edwards lets it bounce. And it sits up for the Bulldogs. Kickout is offside. Or somebody was offside anyway. In front of the kick.
Who's that?
Number 15, Harry Hayes.
Has he only just come onto the field?
No, he's been out there a while.
I was going to say, they're all offside. Don't just zoom in on him. That is a massive kick.
I can only assume that they thought that Edwards was going to try and take that on the full,
Mm.
and
Well, that's stupid.
and he would have run the 10 meters, putting them back on side. Is all I can really think has happened there. There's the Panthers now. Can they strike before the break? A bobble from Papali'i. He does well to hold on.
Go gadget arms. You drew that right back in.
Yo. To Cleary out the back for Edwards. Edwards was touched by the Bulldogs. Yes, it was. So 2 minutes to go. The Panthers will get a full set. I reckon justice for this game, or not justice, but it'd be a very worthy reflection of the game so far if we went into the break all locked up at 6-all. Very worthy.
I did only tip a 2-point margin to the Panthers, so.
Oh, feeds the scrum. They're 20 meters out. Cleary drops it off inside for Garner. All right, a minute and a half to go until the break. Cleary to Yo in midfield. Gets inside the 10. Kenny fires it out to the left. The wraparound from plays. Gives it to McLean. Heads back in field. 5 out from the line here on play 3. Crash ball for Papali'i. Loses it. The Bulldogs will be pumped up about that. They're going to go into the break with the lead. That could be a big moment. They're going to captain's. Wow.
Oh,
geez, this is a big call. Big call here. The captain's challenge on the stroke of half time. Like, honestly, is it really worth it?
that hand in there.
Well, there's definitely a hand in there, but I couldn't say that there was an intent to strip. This is a potentially big moment. Oh, and it's going to go the way of the Panthers here. A successful challenge. It is going to go the way of the Panthers. The scrum goes down. We've got 44 seconds left until the halftime break.
Look, Marley Prime, I think they're the real deal no matter what.
Inside ball for Papali'i. He holds on this time. 5 meters out, right in front of the post. 29 seconds left. Cleary to Tango. Bumps off one. Back into midfield. 5 meters out. 20 seconds left. Kenny takes a couple of steps. Gives to Cleary. Numbers to the left, but Talangi dummies. He's lost the ball in contact. And the Bulldogs hold on.
That was another big tackle there.
Huge defense on their own goal line again. The Bulldogs.
Connor Tracy again. Huge. It's come from the other side of the goalpost this time. Run all the way across that try line and absolutely smashed him.
Blaze Talangi tried to get that ball free.
Connor Tracy, that's 2. Take a bow, son. Son, listen to me. How old am I?
6 points to 2 at the halftime break. Holy hell. This has been incredible.
This has been a fantastic game so far. Goodness gracious. Connor Tracy. It's like a younger, slightly prettier version of Gal.
Connor Tracy, DJ Shack, is indeed having a blinder.
Mm. This is this game. We hyped this game up, and 40 minutes in, it has not disappointed.
Place Talangi so close, yet so far once again. Not for the first time in that opening half. The goal line defense of both teams has been so impressive. I mean, I think 6 points all would have been a very fair reflection of that opening half. But as it stands, the Bulldogs probably deserve the 4-point lead just overall across that 40 minutes. Look, they kicked in general play better. They kept the territory battle was pretty lopsided for most of that 40 minutes. So I think a 4-point margin at the break is probably the difference between the two teams at the moment. Both teams have had opportunities. They've been held up over the line. The Dogs have had some 50-50 calls go their way. That cannot be argued. But, I mean, look, it is what it is. You get that. And the Panthers have kept themselves well in the contest. They've looked dangerous every time that they do manage to get down the Bulldogs' end of the field. And the Dogs' defense has just stood up so far and been too good.
Oh, I didn't hear a word you just said because that State of Origin decider ad was just.
Well, it's all right. I wasn't talking to you anyway. I was talking to our
Good.
lovely viewers out there that have come along and joined us tonight.
Oh, you should see the goosebumps. Oh, I wasn't nervous
Which
about
reminds
game
me-
3, but my God.
I'll put another post up on the Twitch, letting them know that we are live, of course, on YouTube, on Facebook, on TikTok. Twitch is the only one that seems to be having issues, and I think that I've figured it out as to what's happening. I think I've figured out what's happening over there, so we'll be able to fix that for the next stream. It's too late for this stream, but yeah, I'll just keep posting regularly in the chat room over there that we are having technical issues. So pop on one of the other platforms if you would like to come follow along. Here on the Ways to World of Sports, 6 points to 2 at halftime. Okay, so SS Storm fan says I can't keep my eyes off this game. It has been one of those games. It's been intense all the way through.
Fantastic game so far. I'm just going to always preface it by saying, or not preface it, say it after by saying so far or no jinx, because we talk up far too many games and they fall flat.
DJ Shaq says, do you think the Panthers should have taken the shot at goal before halftime? It might be one of those decisions that they look back on and regret, but I can understand. I mean, at the time, 6 points to 4 or 6 points to 2 at that moment, approaching halftime, doesn't make a whole lot of difference, really. It might come the end of the 80 minutes, but nobody's to know that. That'll be a benefit of hindsight thing, won't it? I don't necessarily have a problem with it. If they score that try there, they go into halftime with all the momentum. They potentially come out after the halftime break in that second half and just absolutely destroy, potentially off the back of it. We talk about those championship minutes, the 5 minutes before and the 5 minutes immediately after halftime. We talk in rugby union anyway about those being the championship minutes. I think it applies to rugby league as well. If they get the try there, they potentially run on with it. As it transpires, they've just handed the Bulldogs all the momentum. So it might be a benefit of hindsight thing, hey?
I don't think the Panthers are going to go into halftime feeling that the Bulldogs have all the momentum. I mean, it was a little bit not panicked, but it was that last-ditch effort for the end of the half. So I don't think the Panthers panic too much and think that they're going to lose too much momentum after that. They're too classy. They're too mature. So but yeah, we'll see. Start of the next half. I could be completely wrong with the way the Panthers are. And I asked you, Dan, partway through the game, and then I think things started to get a little bit interesting. Then we got completely distracted. What was your dad's thoughts on this one, being a old Panther? Coming into this one, did he have much insight?
Not really. I mean, off camera, he's a bit like us in the sense that I said that I had tipped Panthers tonight by 8. And he just went, oh, geez, don't know about that. He's got no faith in them. Well, not necessarily no faith like we do in our teams, but
No. The old Panther has
he's expecting
way
them to
more faith in
lose.
his team that we do in ours.
He is ultimately expecting them to lose, put it that way. He is anticipating a loss tonight.
Does he feel like a loss would help them in their campaign to come back stronger for the rest of the season?
Well, geez, you wouldn't have thought so.
Strengthen their resolve a little bit more to lose to the Bulldogs, or are they going to like take it in their stride as well? Yep, okay.
Well, basically,
we were going to win that one, but
basically the situation. I mean, look, there's still 40 minutes to go. It ultimately depends what happens in this next 40 minutes. Like, I think if they're looking back, the Panthers could be looking back on this contest, going, "Wow, this is actually one that got away." It depends what happens. I mean, I'm talking if somebody drops the ball with the line wide open, like we saw from Preston in the first half, and that would have been the try that wins them the game, they'll look at it and go, wow, that's one that got away. If they're just genuinely outplayed, then they've got positives to take away from it and go, well, look, essentially for the Panthers, they need to win to keep destiny within their own hands. They need to win 6 out of their remaining 10 games to make the 8. If they win 6 out of the next 10, they've done everything that they could possibly do to get themselves into the finals, short of winning every game. If they win 10 out of 10, they're challenging for the top 4. But to make the top 8, they need to win 6 out of 10. So I think if they do lose this one, it'll be the nature of the loss, what ultimately happens in this next 40 minutes that determines what they take away from it, if anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see. We won't know the answer to that until this next 40 minutes, which is going to be brutal and intense, and I can't wait for it.
DJ Shack on YouTube, I don't think there's any emotions attached to this. I just genuinely think he expected them to lose. Talking about Old Panther, I assume. Yes, the Old Panther has...
There's emotions. There's always emotion.
He is a lot less emotional on camera, though, unless, it's Cleary running in a final try to beat the Broncos in a grand final.
Even then, all he did was put his hand up.
Yes. As well established, I prefer a New South Wales series win than a Broncos grand final. So I wasn't as sad as I could be.
Well, yeah, well, I would anticipate we're getting one of those at least.
What?
A New South Wales series win.
Don't jinx it. Why are you gonna go and jinx it? I swear to God. You know what I'm like with my superstitions. Don't you jinx it.
Brad Topian, you've got your money on the Bulldogs. You've been an all-time fan, but all said this game can go either way at the moment. For sure it can. I mean, 6 points to 2 is nothing. We've seen how many games this season, Michelle, have we seen where it's been like 60 points to 0 at half? I'm exaggerating slightly, by the way, but it's been very lopsided at halftime and the other team has still come back. You're not writing anybody off at 6-2 at halftime.
Oh, God, no. God, no. God, no.
Well, I have to have a quick break for halftime.
I got to have a quick break, too.
Okay, sweet.
Have time for a theme song?
We will have a quick break and be back for the second half.
No time for the theme song?
Yeah, absolutely. Time for the theme song.
I'll be back.
Welcome to the wasted world of
Back after this for the second half.
where the game's just a backdrop for drunken retorts. Rugby league or union, it's all fair play, but it's the banter that steals the show. Hey, 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 hey. Ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the choice. Join us in our world where the banter is prime. here for the jokes and take pass less from the kickoff to the final whistles blow. We'll take the 2 and we're ready to go. Ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the joys. Join us in our world where the banter is prime. Wasted road sports, we're having a good time. We break down the plays, but it's all in jest. With a laugh and a cheer, we bring out our best. No serious analysis, no expert critiques. Just a bunch of mates sharing plenty of drinks. We'll raise the world.
All right, so half time here, 6 points to 2 in favor of the Bulldogs. Matty Colkin, absolutely, I'll do a multi on Saturday. Will asks, what happened to Alamotti? Great question. I would have had him out there. Paul Alamotti, his experience, his power could prove to be a difference in a game like this, right? So, yeah, I was a bit surprised at his absence. And Casey McLean is obviously the future in that center jersey for the Panthers. He's, you know, the thing about Alamotti, and the funny thing is, because he's now a premiership winner, but Alamotti was a bit like, he wasn't even supposed to be there. He wasn't even meant to be in the squad. He was brought in essentially as a ringer almost when they first signed him, and he just took to the Panthers like a duck to water, and off he went about his business. So a really surprising and really noticeable absence, I think. So, yeah, that's interesting. Absolutely unwanted by the Bulldogs. Unwanted by the Bulldogs. Over he went to the Panthers. Wins the premiership. And he'll feel like he got the better end of that bargain. That's for sure. All right. So 6 points to 2 at the halftime break. Interesting second half incoming. Can they get themselves across the line? The Penrith Panthers. Second half ready to get underway. So what have we got? Just the one try, of course. Jacob Preston. And outside of that,
One try.
just the one try. Yep.
One penalty goal, one conversion.
Yep. Very low scoring game. Somebody said in the first half, somebody actually asked the question in the first half, okay, so why is this a wild same game multi if you've picked all the favorites for try score as well? First of all, I didn't pick all the favorites. I picked some highly reputable try scorers, yes. But, I mean, come on, 4 legs in what was clearly going to be a defensive-oriented game. We might not even get 4 tries, period, in this game. That's what makes it a wild same-game multi. But, yes, that's a pretty simple answer to that question. Second half underway, and here's an early kick from inside the 40. Sexton trying to catch them napping, but Jenkins backs up, takes it on the full. Heads back into midfield, and he's taken 30 out from his own try line here, Jenkins. So, Panthers, they almost finished the opening half on top. Hungo gets it up towards halfway. 3 tackles left. The Bulldogs' defense, they're certainly up for it. And this is the nature of the Panthers having won the last 4 premierships in a row, right? Is because everybody, from top to bottom, everybody wants to be the team this season. Now that they're a little bit vulnerable, everybody wants to be the team that brings them down and ruins their season or officially kills off their season. Now, this game won't be the one that does it, no matter what, but everyone's going to be fighting in those next 10 games. Even the Titans will be finding extra legs that they didn't even know they had to try and end the Panthers season. That's what happens when you get this many wins, this many premierships in a row.
I mean, any other team but the Titans, maybe.
Oh, now space for the Bulldogs. Montoya down the right edge. Shuts down very quickly on him. And he's tackled on halfway and loses the ball. No, yes, he does lose the ball. I thought I heard a whistle.
Yeah, I thought Tom Jenkins was looking at the touchy there. Like, come on, call it.
I'm sure I heard a whistle, and I nearly called it live, but then Montoya got up to play the ball and thought I must have been hearing things. It took a moment there for that to register with everyone.
Is he going to challenge that? You reckon?
I don't think they'll bother this early in the second half. They'll back their defense in from halfway.
Mm.
And it looks like that's what's happening indeed as the scrum goes down on halfway. Panthers in midfield. Well, this is an opportunity, a small one, but an opportunity nonetheless. Get themselves down in the red zone. Position they haven't been with any regularity in the first half. Liam Martin. He's been, well, I haven't called his name a lot tonight. Let's put it that way. I don't want to say he's been invisible, but...
He's not been invisible. He just hasn't been as visible as some of the other players that, you know, are in there.
Such as that man, Blaze Talungi, has obviously been heavily involved.
Yeah.
There he is playing the ball again. Oh, scooting from dummy half. Almost gets away from Sexton.
And Thomas Jenkins, he's just having a season.
Cleary from 25 out on the 5th and last. Crossfield kick. Contestable ball taken by Tungo. Gets the ball back. And Liam Martin tries to pop it off the ground. But held and a handover is the call. Bulldogs ball 10 out from their own line. Lawson Daniels says, any danger of any points here?
But
oh, the Bulldogs. Jeez. The Bulldogs have got their offload game working. That's what sort of opened the Panthers up at the back end of that first half. Got the Bulldogs into the lead. It's obviously something they've decided, well, we may as well stick with it here. Let's kick out. Caught on that left edge. Stands in the tackle. 20 out from their own line here, the Doggies. What have we got here? Daniel Roberts says, let's hope the Dogs pile 40 in the second. Oh, no. We want to see I want to see golden point is what I want to see. As Burton from just outside the 40 sends this one high. Taken by Edwards, who returns it outside the 20. And he's brought down 25 out from his own line over on that far touch.
What's Soulbait's name who was ruled out in the first minute?
DeLuca Fafita.
Yeah, they were just talking about him.
Yes.
And from what I gathered, only half hearing the conversation that Danica was talking about, the bunker ruled him out.
Ah.
Can the bunker do that?
Well, apparently.
Absolutely. So, because they just had him on screen and he was smiling, like he tried to get off the camera. But
the Panthers start to get their offload game going. Yeah, I guess they can. I thought it was independent doctor who had to make those sorts of calls. As the kick downfield taken by Tracy. Tracy is getting out of 1, getting out of 2, but no, he's called held. Oh, well.
Now, I just hear you say Daniel Roberts. Is that my mate Daniel Roberts or somebody else? Because it kind of is a common.
I don't know. Is that Michelle's mate, Daniel Roberts?
Tragic Knights supporter. Tragic Queenslander.
20 out from their own line here, the Dogs. Here's Kiraz. Points look to be at a premium, says DJ Shack. And yeah, that's why with the benefit of hindsight, the Panthers might wish they took that 2 right before the break. Kick out outside the 40. Dane on the short side. Burton on tackle 4. It's a battle of territory at the moment with these kicks, and the Bulldogs are winning it. Edwards spins away from the first kick chasers. They come back at him, and he's taken down inside the 20. Kalungi goes from dummy half, and he's rocked in the tackle by Kickow.
Kickow.
What a hit.
Was that high? No. I was like, surely not. Not 2 in a row, Kickow, or 2 in the same game, Kickow. You're not that stupid.
No, that was a monster of a hit. Mind you, it was probably higher than that one that Jenkins got penalised for in the first half that we decided we're going to say was for a push in the back so that we don't go crazy. Now Cleary kicks on tackle 4, and he doesn't get the distance on it, and he has picked out, is that Carraz over there that he's picked out who gets away from one, but he's going backwards as the Panthers chase catches up. And he's taken 25 out.
Wrap up these players. They can't get these offloads. Yeah, look, if Cleary has got that injury, if he's hampered by something that's happening with one of his legs, his kicking leg, of course, then, he maybe needs to just hand off those duties.
Yeah, I guess the problem at the moment is with no Luo in the squad anymore as Toto jams in and thumps Connor Tracy. Trying to swing the momentum for his team. Surely a forward pass there from dummy half, but you don't often see those called. 5th and last, just outside the 40 here, the Bulldogs. Burton.
Oh, Toto. Giving Connor Tracy a little bit of his own medicine there.
Edwards returns it outside the 20. This second half has started with the same intensity as the first. Brilliant. Sometimes the second half starts and it's just, you could, if you put the TV on and there was no timer and no scoreboard or anything, you put the second half on and you see the kickoff and you just know that it's the second half because that intensity's dropped off. That hasn't happened in this one.
No. They've all had their pickle juice and they're out here ready to roll.
Up over halfway. Now the Panthers. Numbers to the right. Big numbers. Edwards in open space. Dummies. Gets it off to Tongo. Back in field for To'o. And To'o's tackle 20 metres out. The Bulldogs scramble well. 5th and last. Cleary. Charged down and knocked on by Isaiah Yeo. Charged down. Knock on by Isaiah Yeo.
He's challenging that 100%. He was.
They don't have a challenge left.
They did.
Didn't they burn their? Didn't they burn their challenge in the first half? The Panthers?
That the Bulldogs? No, they won it. Remember?
They do still have one? Yeah, they might have thought about using that one then. That is absolutely not a knock-on.
We thank you, Matthew Thompson. We're aware of that. Isaiah Yeo is wanting to, no, he's not going to captain the challenge. He's just going to let it go.
Oh, and now Montoya in space. Gets away from Jenkins, but he's brought down by Casey McLean.
Casey McLean also having a fantastic game on that edge.
Defensively, certainly one of his best games. They've tightened things up. Up to halfway, the Bulldogs. Man, with the short ball. Well defended in midfield on Harry Hayes. Muzzle flash, ahoy mate. Is man with the short ball for Kickow. 2 tackles left. 29 and a half to go. Marnie, dummies. Held up on the 5th and last. 30 metres out. For Sexton. Puts the kick high for the corner. Jenkins is there. Jenkins has done well to take it. The contact has been cleared from Montoya. What a take from Thomas Jenkins.
They're both of them staring at the football.
That was a pressure point.
Getting the mark. Oh, sorry, wrong sport.
29 minutes to go. Panthers back in possession, but struggling to find territory. Oh, and now a limp
Oh.
from one of the players there. Who was that just played the ball?
16.
Jeez, he's in a world of hurt. There's Cleary now on the 5th and last. Steps just outside the 40. Picks out the man again. I'm just so used to Nathan Cleary finding the grass. I can't handle this.
Whoever 16 is.
I cannot handle this kicking game of Cleary is completely off the boil. As the Bulldogs on tackle 3, almost back into, that's Harry Hayes, I think, leaving the field. Shoots off over the sideline. Kurt Mann takes it up over halfway. Galvin's on the field. Lockie Galvin's on. 30 out from the line here, the Bulldogs. 5th and last. Burton sends it high. Opposite edge this time. Kiraz versus To'o. To'o wins. Couldn't have done that in Origin, mate. But I digress.
No. So
25 out.
in Origin, he got what, 3 tries?
Yeah. He just sucked under the high ball that night, is all.
Yeah. It's all right. His sucking under the high ball is nothing compared to the goal conversion kicking.
Yes, exactly right. 30 out from their own line here, the Panthers. And they shift to the left. Cleary dummies and goes straight through. Cleary needs support. He dummies the kick and he's taken down 40 out. 2 tackles left. Kenny to Talangi. They shift to the right. Edwards. Numbers. Martin. The tap on from Tungo. To'o stops and heads back in field. Kikau's got him. No, he's away from Kikau. And he bumps off the tackle of Sherry. 5th and last. 30 out. Cleary sends it high. Chasing through, but it's uncontested. And an easy take for Montoya. Cleary again, he was kicking for distance there, not so much for the contest. They're just trying to win some territory.
Brad Topian, you're a doggy supporter, I take it?
Outside the 20 now, the Bulldogs. 26 and a half to go, 6 points to 2. What a game. Galvin in midfield. That, I believe, is his first run with the ball. Burton's going to kick on tackle for it. Touchdown by Cleary. He gets the bounce, and Nathan Cleary's going to score. Oh, of course it's Nathan Cleary who swings this game around for the Panthers.
Oh.
Of course it is.
From Nathan Cleary.
A charge down of the kick from Burton. The former teammates.
Wow.
The Bulldogs have been doing absolutely everything right with the kicking game up until this moment, and of course, it is Nathan Cleary. Try confirmed. All locked up at 6-all.
I feel like Matty Burton has still been doing things right. He's just... Yeah, Nathan
He got that
Cleary
one
had
wrong.
enough of it.
He got
Nathan
that one
Cleary
horribly
has
wrong.
Had enough of it.
He gets the bounce. He couldn't have got a more perfect bounce. Dives over. And surely it will be a simple conversion for Edwards. Panthers lock us up at 6 apiece. Kick to come.
Huge. Well, I was about to say, Brad Topian, look, you're up 6-2, but yep, your stress levels are definitely rising.
The bounce. The bounce. It just set up perfectly at chest height.
I see those two guys were pretty happy about that try, I think.
Yeah, it's like one sort of like had all the energy and enthusiasm for the other one who was very cool, calm, and collected.
That's like you and me watching Origin.
As Edwards from just to the right of the post pops it over. And the Panthers take the lead, 8 points to 6. Holy hell.
All right.
Oh,
No more points. That'll be my tip and the margin right there. No more points.
yeah, well, I don't even care about the multi, which it's not gonna hit anyway.
No,
But,
I don't care about the multi. I just, if I get the tip and the margin, then that puts me even further ahead than you on the tipping comp. So
I don't care about it because I'm playing with bonus cash at the moment. I got a 50% matched deposit from Ned's this afternoon. So thank you, Ned's,
Oh, no.
for this free bet.
Well, I got my bonus bet. I'll get my bonus bet back from Sportsbet. Oh no, I think I power played this one. So
8 points. Oh,
but I'm still using
8 points to
money I
6.
won
They've
from those
offloaded. Here's
ridiculous
Talangi.
betting.
Half a gap. 24 minutes to play. 2 points the difference. Panthers, though, they've got a little bit of momentum off the back of that Cleary charge down that put them in the lead. Edwards in at first receiver. Takes it up to halfway. We don't normally see that until the 5th tackle. Let's see if he backs it up again for play 4.
Pouring out of his knee. Yeah, that's
didn't.
the way it is though, DJ Shack, isn't it? Can be the run against the run of play and Nathan Cleary.
Edwards puts this kick
Oh,
up
no.
and contested by Liam Martin, scooped up by Yo. It's play on at the moment, but that's surely a knock on by the Panthers. Isaiah Yo dives over, but that's surely knocked on by Liam Martin. We've got no try, but we're going to have a look just to be safe, just to be certain. They want to have a look, and Liam Martin's face tells it all, really. That tells the story. He got hands on it. Now, well, it's gone forward, yes. Easy call, this one.
That's gone forward by 70, 74 meters, 72 meters.
That might have been the easiest call for the bunker in the history of the bunker.
It should have been an easy call for the touch judge.
Should have been an easy call for the referee. If we want to be if we want to be that critical, and we do. We absolutely do. That should have been called on field. It was pretty blatant.
7 dogs, Brad Topian, my goodness. What kind of dogs are they? Are they all bulldogs?
20 out from their own line here. Speaking of Bulldogs, they are in possession. Now an offload back for Tracy. This is where they've really threatened the Panthers. They've got their offload game working. 35
Yes,
out from the line. Curran takes it up to the 40. He tries to get the arms free. He's wrapped up in 3 Panthers defenders. Whoop. Scrappy play. The ball there. Almost. Kick out. Breaks the line. Almost. Gets it back for Sexton. Here's Mann on the second phase ball. Tackle forward just inside the Panthers half. 23 minutes to play. 8 points to 6. Max King now sets it up on the 5th and last.
Did you see that stat that popped up?
Burton sends this one high. We'll come back to that in a sec. Let's see. To'o's under it, under pressure. And he gets away from the first tackle. 5 out from his own line here. To'o will play the ball. I know I didn't see anything pop up. I was too focused on the play.
No, it was meters gained. Dylan Edwards has got 220 something.
Oh,
and
of
the
course
next
he does.
player has 140 something.
Oh, yeah. Dylan Edwards
he's
is an
destroyed.
absolute machine.
He has been, playing out of his skin tonight. But,
Yeah, I don't know how he does it.
Well, training for one.
Well, yeah, that helps.
Drinking
That
much
obviously
beer.
that obviously helps, yeah. There's Talangi with the goose step. Tackle
I just had
35
pictures
out.
of him.
They're
like,
outside of halfway
you
here,
know,
the Panthers. Kenny to Cleary. Cleary. A decent purchase on this, but again, he's picked out the man. Connor Tracy
Yeah.
takes it on the full and winds up. And Tracy is crunched in the tackle by Martin. Gets the offload. So they still keep the go forward here, the Bulldogs. Kiraz outside the 40.
That's 2 back on Connor Tracy.
Montoya now into Panthers territory. Judah, Shivy and ahoy, mate.
Judah, ahoy! You got Kelpies and Bull Mastiffs, Brad. That's a strange, not a strange mix, but a good variety. there.
Yeah, whatever works. It's all good. Kick out. Gets the pass back. It's loose. Kiraz goes back and loses it. Kiraz spills it on halfway. That's a big mistake. Oh, that's a huge mistake. Potentially. The Bulldogs, that might be their first mistake of the game, right? I can't remember
Not
them.
happy about it either.
I can't remember them knocking on a single bloody ball. They've been so good. And just these little moments now in the back end of the contest. It's starting to
100
swing the way of the
burpees.
Panther.
So I said you're going to get, the intensity of this game. They're going to get tired, and the errors are going to creep in. But what's that first error of the game? What do you get?
Oh,
1,000
well, I
burpees?
don't know if it actually is, but it feels like it. Now a penalty
Oh, with a
to the
penalty.
Panthers. High contact. And it was
How'd you
Lockie
get high
Galvin.
contact against that giraffe?
It was. Oh no, it wasn't Galvin. And there's a head clash here. Galvin and Preston. Friendly fire. Let's see if the independent doctor interjects here.
Let's see if the bunker rules both of them out.
I mean, it wasn't an intense one, in fairness, but Panthers fine touch. 25 out. Boy, wouldn't a try here shake things up? Try here would shake things up immensely. 25 out from the line.
2-point margin. What was your margin? 8 points?
8 points, yeah. Wrap around from Cleary. He's got Edwards. They've got numbers now. Tungo paps it on for To'o. The Bulldogs defense slides across. Shuts that down pretty easily in the end. 10 meters out. Edwards on to Cleary. Yo in midfield. The short ball for Smith, who spills it. Big hit from the Bulldogs. Forces the error. Lindsay Smith. But territory. John Michael, ahoy, mate. And come on, mate. I know you're not possibly forgetting someone, right?
John Michael, ahoy. Thanks, Dan.
10 meters out from their own line here, the Bulldogs. Drum goes down.
Mookie, who's winning that game? Over in the around the grounds and the other. I can't check. It'll kill my camera.
Kick out, tackled on the 20. Their own side of halfway. Current. 25.
John Michael, ahoy.
Max King on to Burton. Now they shift left. Sherry gets the arms free. Flick pass for Kraz, who fires a forward pass in field that Cleary bats back. And the Panthers get the result there.
Yeah, I think he went out first before he tapped that in.
Oh, yeah, it was a forward pass as well. So
yeah,
take your pick of the errors there. Forward pass. Out.
There we go. He was well and truly out before he passed that ball. So error number 2 for the Bulldogs. Error number 2 for Karaz.
Let's see if I say this name right. Paris Steinwed? Paris Steinwed. Bad night for try scorer multis, eh, lad?
Right?
Yeah. Jesus Christ. Absolutely.
Well, they didn't need to in that case, Glenn Jackson, because he stood on the line. Clear as day. Oh, goodness me.
Glenn Jackson, ahoy, mate. 20 out from the line here, the Panthers. Talangi down the short side for McLean. Oh, slightly forward pass back in field for Garner.
Talking about forward passes, my word.
Ooh. I mean, mind you, we had a shocking camera angle, but still.
No, that was 72 meters forward.
I'm allowing for the camera angle there when I say that looked forward. 5th and last Panthers. Cleary with the short ball, easily repelled by the Bulldogs. The Panthers are happy to just keep the Dogs pinned down here. They're not going to risk a 7-tackle set. John Michael.
Viliame Kikau.
All our best wishes and love and support, mates, honestly. John Michael has said, actually, I'm going to put this on the screen. It's that heartfelt and, well, I thought I was going to. There we go. It's up there. A big salute and cheers to your mum, John Michael. Making very slow progress, but even slow progress is progress, so we will cheers to that. As the Bulldogs now get their offload game working again. Burton, though, doesn't send it left. 30 out from their own line here, the Dogs on play 4. 5th and last.
Soon, John Michael.
5th and last here. 40 out from their own line. Back to
Possession.
Burton. Burton from inside the 40 puts it high. Doesn't really go for meters. To'o takes it, and the Panthers will start this set on their own 30. A good result in the end.
Territory. It's 50% each team. They've literally had half of the ball.
Oh yeah, it's evened up big time in this second half.
Mm.
Yep, the Panthers, they're not kicking on the 5th. They're just happy to keep the ball down this end of the field. Back their defense. If the Bulldogs pull off a miracle play from 90 meters out, so be it. That's the way it seems like they're taking this last 15 minutes. Tackle 4 for the Panthers, just on halfway. Mitch Kenny catches them napping at marker. Back in field for Yo. Cleary sends it to the right now. Tungo one-on-one with Burton. Burton brings him down. And he had some help there in the end from Bronson Sherry. 5th and last. Cleary sends this one high. Contestable ball. Oh, oh, sorry. I'm laughing my ass off at Liam Martin, I think it was, taking the almighty dive there. The dive of all dives.
So what? My God, Liam Martin. What on earth was that?
He had the flip-flops on for that one, Liam Martin. And you can tell that he doesn't do it very often because it was shocking.
He did not pull it off at all.
He needs to take some lessons from like Mitch Moses or somebody as the Bulldogs now. Back in field for Crichton. Was Crichton taken high? No call on the high tackle. I think it was around the shoulder. That was absolutely fine.
Yeah.
Back down the short side, and it's a loose pass. The Bulldogs, they're starting to come up with mistakes now as the pressure builds.
100%.
Exactly what Michelle said at the top of the game. Wait for the back end of this contest, and then we'll see the mistakes start to creep in. And it's the Bulldogs coming up with them at the moment. Intercept! Well, Blaze Talungi. Speaking of mistakes, he just gives it straight back to them. 13 minutes to go. Bulldogs back in possession on halfway and numbers as Burton decides to go on his own.
He's lost a boot.
Oh, boy. Blaze Talungi. What the hell was that? Here come the Bulldogs now. Hayward goes out the back for Galvin. Short ball for Preston. 25 from the line. 2 tackles left. Hayward in midfield. Numbers to the left again here for the Doggies. Sherry can't get through the tackle of To'o. 5th and last. 15 meters out from the line. Galvin with the crossfield kick. It's not really close enough to the goal line. Plucked out of the air by Crichton, though. They keep it alive. Sexton's tackled 5 meters out. Oh. Panthers ball.
Pokes that ball out of the air. Wait, what are we going?
Panthers ball 5 meters out. The Bulldogs need a big set of 6 defensively here.
Take that, young apprentice. Was over Casey McLean, wasn't it? The critter took that ball out of his hands?
Mm.
Or was it someone else?
Oh, I do believe so. I do believe so. Outside their 20 now, the Panthers. They've got to do some seriously hard work here, this set of 6. Lindsay Smith. Oh, I thought he lost it. I thought he lost the ball. It was just his hair. His hair sort of bounced out in front of him. 5th and last now. They're inside their own 40. Needs a big kick here from Cleary, but he hasn't really connected with one tonight with that injury. And again, he picks out the man. Kiraz takes it on the 20. Gives it in field for Tracy. Tracy fends off Leota. Heads back to the left. And he's wrapped up by Liam Martin. Brought to ground. 30 meters out from their own line, the Bulldogs. 11 and a half minutes to go. Try scorer multis that are beyond 2 try scorers are looking pretty shaky. Mine included.
My multi stuffed, but if I could get the margin, that would be nice.
Yeah, Alvin Damis decides to take on Isaiah Yo. I don't know that was the best decision of his life. 2 tackles left, though. Short side. Tracy, cut out pass for Crichton. Crichton's going to grub her in behind the line. Needs it to sit up. It does. It's towed through again by Montoya. It's going to sit up in the end goal, is it? No, it goes dead. 7 tackle set for the Panthers. Oh, boy. That could have been absolutely anything. The Panthers were hesitant to commit to the ball on the ground. Montoya
Can I just reference?
got the second toe through on it. He might have been in touch when he got that second kick on it as well. Let's have a look at the replay.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he was well in field. It goes dead anyway. He couldn't do it in the Wanganitawase.
That's literally what I was going to say. He was trying.
Oh, I've stolen another one from you.
Stop,
I've stolen another one from you.
stop, get out of my head, all right? It's not like we've been doing this for 4 years and you can read my mind.
Up to the halfway line here, the Panthers. Inside the last 10 minutes. Down the short side, Talangi.
DJ Sarah.
Blaze Talangi.
Immense.
35 from the line. Next try wins. As numbers to the right here. Tongo, dummies. Can't get the ball out for To'o.
No try wins, and I keep my 2-point margin.
Fifth and last, they're 20 out here, the Panthers. Cleary puts it high, doesn't want to risk the 7-tackle set. And a take by Stephen Crichton. 10 out from their own line, the Bulldogs. Panthers happy to just try and keep them pinned down here. No penalties is the name of the game. Robert M, ahoy, mate.
Robert M.
Our stats man in the back.
Rock my balls. I'm not high. I'm not anything. I'm getting over a head cold, so I'm actually trying to take it easy. I'm trying to be nice and chill.
She's just sober, is all. This is sober, Michelle. Hayward kicks early here on tackle 4. Finds space. It's not a good bounce. And it bounces back outside the 20. Jenkins can't get away from the kick chase of Harry Hayes. Panthers 30 out from their own line. 8.5 to go. Edwards in midfield. Another good carry. From dummy half, Papali'i back in field for Kenny. Fires it over for Leota. Leota taken by Kikau and Burton. Former teammates, all three of them collide. To'o straightens the attack. That's what they need. And up over halfway, Lindsay Smith beats one. Fifth and last, 40 out from the Bulldogs line. Cleary.
Oh, no, Robert M.
From midfield, sends it high. Again, not contestable. Tracy with the easy take. Papali'i was flying through on him. But taken by Connor Tracy. The Bulldogs again inside their own 20.
I was about to say to Robert M there, Dan's commentary is fantastic, as we're all aware, and he throws me the I'm wondering.
Kickout was already held, surely.
Yes,
he was.
Taking it back, playing the ball. I try to call the games, but Dan's just so damn good at it. So I just kind of, give a little bit of commentary in the background and see what I'm saying. Sometimes you hear things through the TV that you can report back on.
What a set of 6 that was defensively from the Panthers. 15 meters only gained by the Bulldogs. Burton sends a big kick downfield. And Edwards returns it to the 40. He's now driven back to the 30-meter line, but still, that's good field position.
I mean, it's great, but my goodness, the defense, the intensity of this game hasn't really slacked off. There's 6.5 minutes to go.
It's kept up.
I don't know if you've been watching this game the whole time, Robert M, but this has been a final. This game has had an absolute finals feel about it. This isn't 1 versus barely in the 8 right now. This is 1 versus 2. So,
as the Panthers now go back into the Bulldogs half. Cleary back in field for Edwards. Now Talangi taken down on the 5th and last. 6 minutes to play. Down the short side, 30 out. Cleary puts it high. Again, it's not contestable, although it might be. Pressure on Connor Tracy, who does extremely well.
Connor Tracy, what's that?
Oh, what a take that was under the high ball. Montoya now wrapped up 5 meters out from his own line.
That's huge. Thomas Jenkins has zero regard for himself when he's running in for these high balls.
Oh, absolutely not.
He might be bigger than some of the other players sometimes, or maybe taller, not,
The Bulldogs, they're running out of ideas here. Tackle 4, and they're only on their own 20. 5.5 to go. They're going to have to try something here, and that's what they do. Crichton loses the ball. Stephen Crichton.
Yeah.
Stephen Crichton with the mistake, and we've got an injury here for one of the Panthers. Is it Jenkins? Is Jenkins down?
No.
Oh, time off. Time off. Well,
He doesn't seem to be good.
at least a saving grace for the Panthers at the moment is Jenkins is done for the night for sure. They've got Alamotti.
What did he do?
Not tonight, they don't, but they've got Alamotti for future games at least.
I think he's been collected by. That's a little bit of friendly fire by the looks of things on Thomas Jenkins. He's copped.
Toilet break, yes.
He's done something. Shoulder, collarbone, shoulder. That shoulder doesn't look like it should be up that high. Oh, God. Why are they playing this song? This is a terrible song. Oh. Sorry, you just hear Dan's wandered off again, throwing me in the deep end. Thomas Jenkins has gone off the field with 5 minutes to go. The Panthers have packed the scrum and won it, and they're making their way up the field with Toe there, but he's appealing for a penalty.
Oh, and he's got one.
Penalty here with the Panthers. There's been a illegal one-on-one strip.
And he's got one, the penalty. They're going to take the shot at 2. Now, DJ Shack. DJ Shack, this is potentially the moment where that 2 points right before halftime comes back to bite. I mean, imagine a scenario now where the Bulldogs score late, a conversion to win it. The Panthers would have been begging for that 2 points back right before halftime.
Is it wrong of me to want the Panthers to miss this?
Yes.
because I want he's still got blood pouring out of his knee. He looks like
So
he's been shot.
I had a toilet break. Did Jenkins stay on the field or
No, he came off.
he's gone? Yeah.
So Jenkins is gone.
Yeah.
Came off. His arm looked quite limp. So whether it was a busted shoulder or whether he's done someone else, I don't know.
Yeah.
Although maybe, I don't know, his arm was quite limp and hanging by his side, so he definitely got taken out. Well, I think it was a bit of friendly fire, to be honest. But if I want Dylan Edwards to miss this so that I get the tip and the margin, does that make me a bad person?
Well, to be honest, the Panthers, they possibly don't even care if he kicks this or not because they're just winding down the clock with this call. And he's missed it. It's off the upright, bounces back in field, and it's been knocked on by the Panthers. It's still on for the Bulldogs. 10 out from their own line, though, with 3.5 to go. Is there a twist in this tale yet?
Glenn Jackson, it was Dylan Edwards. He's been the goal kicker this evening. Cleary's been injured. His kicking game is absolutely
Kick out.
hilarious.
What a run that was. It's tackle 2 for the Bulldogs. They've been handed essentially a lifeline. Galvin to Tracy on the wraparound. Short ball for Montoya. Oh, Jenkins is still out there. Jenkins is still there. You lied to me. You bloody lied to me.
Did everybody else see that Jenkins came off? Or am I losing it right now?
You lied to me. Jenkins is out there still. There's Galvin now. The cutout pass for Crichton. Crichton's met hard by McLean and Jenkins.
Well, clearly his arm is absolutely fine. Thank you, Robert M. He came off. They jabbed.
Numbers to the left here for the Bulldogs. Big numbers. They've got open space now. Sherry. That tap down from To'o. To'o touches it into the sideline.
Toe didn't touch that.
Yes, he did.
Straight up. I'm going to tackle you so hard.
Whoa.
To go into round to row 2.
They're going to challenge this call, the Bulldogs, because that was off
I
To'o.
don't think he touched that. I don't think Toe touched that either.
Well, there's going to be a penalty anyway. It's going to be a penalty, Bulldogs. It's going to be a penalty, Bulldogs, on report. And the Bulldogs will have a chance to take us to Golden Point. It's a high tackle, is it? Yes, shoulder to the face. On report, a penalty, and a chance here to take us potentially to golden point. It is a long way out. It's a long way out. It's on the sideline. A long way out. This would be the kick of all kicks. If they put this one over, or do they put it into the corner with 2 minutes to go? 30 meters out, right on the sideline. They're going to put the pressure on here, the Bulldogs. They're going to keep applying the pressure. Penalty for the high contact. 2 minutes to go.
I didn't think that was high contact, but there you go.
This is it now.
We
2 minutes left to play. 30 meters out from the line in midfield.
Knock the ball out.
2 minutes to go. Max King plays it. Galvin. Out the back to Burton, who spills it. Burton spills it. And Isaiah Yeo dives on it for the Panthers. The Panthers have stolen it back with 1.5 minutes to go. Massive. It was Blaze Talangi who taps this ball back. Burton didn't lose it. It was tapped back by Talangi. Knocked down in the tackle, and the Panthers dive on the loose ball. 30 out from their own line, the Panthers. With 1:13 to go, the Bulldogs will get the ball back. They will get one last shot at it.
What a game.
5th and last. Here we go. They pressure Cleary. Cleary from inside the 40. And he finds the turf for the first time tonight. But what a bounce for Kiraz. Kiraz for Tracy. Tracy. 25 out from his own line.
We've seen
Kiraz.
Bulldogs in the way they
45 seconds to go. Up to the 40 they are. Can the Panthers defense hold on? How huge would a penalty be, honestly? A penalty inside the Panthers half. 30 seconds left. 3 tackles. Burton out the back for Tracy. Here's Crichton. Crichton gets on the outside of Casey McLean. They bring him down. 25 out from the line. Montoya. Numbers to the left for the Bulldogs. If they can shift it there. Big numbers. Huge numbers. Oh, Burton cuts back in field. Burton cuts back in field. 7 seconds left. This is the last play. Hayward takes it to the line. Goes out the back for Galvin. The double pump. And here's a try for Crichton. No, he fires the pass loose out the back into touch. The Panthers have won it. Oh, Stephen Crichton should have taken the line on. He tried to throw the miracle ball out to the right. Stephen Crichton, I reckon he was almost through there.
No, I reckon the other side. Burton shouldn't have taken the line off.
Oh, definitely the other side.
Person got their shirt off. My God.
It was definitely on for the Bulldogs out left. Burton cut back in field.
Wow.
The Panthers have won 8 points to 6.
Do not let that scoreline fool you. That was a game and a half. Oh, my God.
Wow.
Oh, Critter's pissed with himself. That's fine. Take it into Origin, mate. Take it into Origin. Take it out on some Queenslanders. I won't hold that against you at all. Oh,
Have I not been saying all season long, do not write the Panthers off?
Where does that put them now? I can't see the live ladder under the Warriors.
Well, I think they'll be in 6th temporarily, at least.
Yeah, they're in 6th. That puts the Broncos down to 7th. Fine by me.
Temporarily.
Temporarily.
Yeah. We'll see if the Broncos beat the Warriors.
That's crazy. What a game.
8 points to 6. Bloody hell. I mean, wow. Oh, well, finally, a game that we have talked up has actually lived up to expectation.
Sweat on a cheeks.
Boy, did it live up to expectation. It went beyond expectation, honestly.
Oh, that was fantastic.
So Matty Colkin says Port has flogged Carlton. So there you go, around the grounds.
Good Lord. Oh, Carlton. Oh,
Buddy, wow. What a game. 8 points to 6. I mean, that was finals intensity from start to finish. It was a big statement. Big statement by the Panthers, really. I mean, their season wasn't done, even if they did lose this, but this game was a chance for them to say, basically just confirm what I've been saying for the past 16 rounds, is they haven't even had a full strength team all season long, essentially, since round one. Round one was the last time the Panthers have had their full top line 17 on the park. And so
the next 5 games, they can pretty much just ease back into it. They've got Parramatta.
they've got a bye. Well, importantly, they've got a bye first before
They do have a
Parramatta.
bye.
Yeah.
There's the buys before Origin, though. And then they've got Parramatta.
Yeah.
Wow.
DJ Shack says
No.
Canberra can take top spot now, but yeah, the Knights are winning this weekend. Sorry, so that won't be happening.
Bulldogs are still on top. Is that old Panther I see in the chat?
Yes, the old Panther, a player on report for a legitimate tough tackle, and he's talking about that high contact penalty from the first half, which was absolutely ridiculous.
Well, we know that it wasn't, so I'm sure the bunker will have a look at it as well. So, Critter takes it far too, emotionally, which I love because, he's a fantastic player. Goodness me, I think the Warriors will possibly win, maybe, but I switched to the Warriors last week and didn't that just do well for me? So I'm going to stick with the Broncos this week and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I think despite the Sharks completely Amber Hearding the bed in that second half, I'm not convinced about the Broncos in daylight. The fact that it's a day game, I think, Warriors to win.
That's also what I'm thinking as well.
The Broncos fear the sun still. Just because they beat the Sharks, that's nothing to really be proud of.
Much like their vampire supporters. KCT, you can hear it now. Panthers going to win another one. Who cares if they do? Good on them. You're and 1-8 straight, right?
And who hasn't been saying that since the start of the season? Oh, UFC. That's right. But anyway, I digress. I digress. Dan Jam, ahoy, mates.
Dan Jam.
All right. So, Matty Colkin's asking what the schedule is looking like. You know what I actually figured out? I figured out earlier today, I can actually set schedule streams on TikTok. I didn't know that I could do that. The same way that I do on YouTube. The same way on YouTube, I can do that on TikTok, apparently. I never knew that.
Oh, no.
I've figured that out now. See, I'm learning. It's and they say that you can't teach an old dog new tricks. But anyway, so yeah, that is the thing that I've learnt to do. But coming up this weekend, now obviously we've got the British and Irish Lions tour is kicking off this weekend. They've got one of their warm-up games against the Western Force, and we all know how much I love my rugby. So obviously I will be doing that game, and that will be instead of the Dolphins versus Rabbitohs. Dolphins versus Rabbitohs is probably going to be a really good game, but I am committed to the entire Lions tour. So there'll be no Dolphins Rabbitohs.
When's Dolphins Rabbitohs game?
Saturday
night?
Saturday, 7:50 p.m. But I'll be doing British and Irish Lions versus Force.
All right, well, I should be home in time to do the Broncos game. I'm making it my best effort, but I'll let you know about that one.
Yeah, well, I'll be doing the Broncos Warriors anyway, so.
Absolutely.
Regardless.
I was going to do the Broncos Warriors and then have a break and then come back for the Dolphins Rabbitohs, but I didn't realize it was the Lions. So there we go.
Friday night, both games. Yep, tomorrow night, both games, of course. Even
Yeah,
though,
maybe. I'll see how I'm feeling. I can't drink tomorrow night, so
oh, jeez, that must be terrible.
I'm getting a tattoo on Saturday, so you shouldn't drink before tattoos.
That right?
'Cause
Is
you
that
bleed
like,
too
is that
much.
legitimate?
Yeah, you bleed.
Yeah, okay. Oh,
Yeah, you can
see,
bleed
I have no
heaps,
tattoos,
and
so
yeah, I know people who drink, during their tattoos and don't bleed, but like since I
I
bleed
thought
like a mofo
I thought you were
after,
just being
the next
funny, but
day,
that's actually a legitimate thing.
yeah, it's a legitimate thing. But yeah,
Wow.
and like since I know I had blood tests done the day after I played basketball, and it looked like a murder scene in the chair, so I'm not taking any chances.
Robert
I was
M.
just playing basketball.
Robert M wants to know if we can have the NRL scoreboard in the corner for the Rabbitohs game during the Lions versus Force. I don't see any reason why not.
Yeah, why not? I mean,
I
NFL,
still,
AFL, they have the game in the scoreboard in the corner.
I still, I still
Oh.
honestly want to try this. This is something that I am. If I can figure out a way to do this in terms of the screen layout and in terms of SEO for the YouTube algorithm and things like that, if I can, I'm still working on it. I still want to do this. I'm committed to doing this one day. The 2 games, 1 stream. Like, if there is a big clash of games, for example, the All Blacks might be playing the same time as the Sharks are contesting the finals or something, you know?
Like Geelong's playing at the same time.
Something like that, yeah. I am committed to doing a game, 2 games, 1 stream. It'll be split screen, and I will endeavor to call both games at once. That is my goal of this channel, to have at least one of those and see how it goes. And who knows, it might actually work out. It might be one of those crazy things that actually works out. If I can figure it out, I'm committed to doing that one night. If there's a clashing game, I'll try and call both of them at once. But the thing
You
is,
don't even
you
if
have to.
I'm here, I can call the other game if it's like Geelong, for example, if it's an AFL game.
Oh, see, I don't. Yeah. Oh God. See, I don't know that would work out too well, because I mean, we talk over the top of each other as it is at the best of times. Can you imagine if there were 2 games going on?
This is true. This is true. This is why you need to be like ESPN. You need Wasted World of Sports main, and then
Yeah.
you need Wasted World of Sports 2.
Yeah.
So people can channel change.
When is the Formula One this weekend? Well, it's usually Sunday nights or Monday mornings. So, yeah. And Robert M, who did I say won the AFL?
Port Adelaide apparently beat
Ah.
Carlton. That game should still be on, actually.
Oh, well,
So-
they're flogging them apparently. So, not even a
Well, let's have a
contest.
look. me have a look.
Austrian Grand Prix, Sunday, 29th of June, 11 p.m. That's my time. That's my time. Sunday.
Jesus, they are flogging them.
What's the score?
101-33.
Oh, jeez. Wow. I don't even follow the sport, and I know that that's a touch up.
This was that's with 11 behinds for Port Adelaide. Carlton were a top 8 team last year, or just outside the top 8 the previous year. Like, I mean, they've been on a rebuild for years, and they got back up there, and now they're just, I don't know what they're doing, but it's akin to Amber Heard. Wow. Charlie Kerno can't be happy. Neither can Cripper.
And the Matildas are winning at 1-0,
Yeah.
apparently. I didn't even know the
And what,
Matildas were
sorry?
playing.
Oh, the Tilly's playing. Is that on 2?
Matty Colkin just said Matildas winning 1-0.
Is that on 10?
Don't know.
Channel 10 usually has the football on. Yes, it does. It should be a friendly. Who's SVN? Is that Sweden, or is that
SVN.
Slovenia?
Slovenia, yeah. Maybe.
don't know. But yeah, Australia is winning 1-0. Maybe
H.
Cleary gets a
Simon,
little sneaky power.
1981. Would you two rate tonight's game as an early contender for Game of the Year? I said that before the
Yes.
stream even started, to be honest.
Yeah.
I said that before the stream even started. This was low-key. Well, not even low-key. This was contender for Match of the Year. It has definitely been. Now, obviously, I'm speaking with recency bias right now, but definitely Match of the Year so far for mine. But yeah,
Reece bias.
a lot of recency bias.
I don't think you like Reece.
Recency bias.
Slovenia. It is Slovenia. There's an E in Slovenia, guys.
Harkop Kanawi. Penrith Panthers have won this game 8 points to 6.
I'd really like to go to Slovenia.
Hawani on TikTok says Penrith's back, Warriors fault. I said the same thing about the Broncos last weekend. I'm like, bloody Broncos are back. Trust the Sharks to play them into form. Broncos had lost their last 6-day games in a row. I just knew it was going to be the Sharks that broke that streak. But anyway, I digress. My team sucks. I just spilt my drink all over myself.
Because your team sucks?
Mm-hmm. Yep. The Panthers jump up to 6th temporarily at least on the ladder. Now they'll be hoping that the Warriors beat the Broncos this weekend because that'll keep them there. That'll keep them up there.
Yeah. Yeah, look, Brad Topian, you can't be disappointed with that game. No, they didn't cement number 1 on the ladder, but my God, they absolutely did not fail in that contest. So
Could you say it was one of those scenarios where there was no loser tonight?
yeah, possibly, to be honest, because I mean,
Bulldogs are still top of the table.
Bulldogs are still top of the table.
They still will be.
Knowing how well they held it against the the premiers of the last 4 years, should be 5. And we all know the Panthers had an awful start to the year, but once they get into gear and with all their players coming back and with the way that Thomas Jenkins has stood up, the players whom have stood up to prove themselves in the face.
Even when he's not even on the field, apparently.
And yeah, he did come off the field. Robert M backed me up. He come off the field, they jabbed him with something and sent him straight back out there.
Matty Colkin, the only thing that I can suggest, and I won't touch on this for too long, but the only thing that I can think has possibly happened is, as you know, maybe you may know or not, but there's a certain amount of sessions. There's one session a season they have to give to a junior driver in practice. So maybe McLaren's decided this was the session. And so Lando's the one that sat out. Maybe. I don't know. I actually haven't heard anything. Now, Michelle, you did extremely well tonight. I have not heard the initials NBA all game long. Now is actually, it was perfect. I mean,
I thought you were actually going to give me a comment on, how
we called the we called the game. We concentrated on the game. We are now at full time when everything's winding down and we can take full-on questions from the chat. Now is the time that you can go absolutely ballistic because I know it's probably been driving you crazy, but I appreciate you containing yourself because it really does screw with the algorithm. But because AI and voice recognition and everything now counts towards SEO when you set these things up on YouTube, I appreciate the fact you got to full time and beyond. Haven't brought it up. If you want to talk about NBA, you are more than welcome now. At full time, algorithm doesn't matter anymore. We can go ballistic with all sorts of stuff.
It's honestly as well. Look, I haven't had access to the TikTok chat tonight because every time I go out of Discord, which is how we do our video chats so that I can get on these streams, the video freezes. So I haven't had my Discord up, not Discord, TikTok up, so I can see the chat room. And it's usually someone in the TikTok chat that asks me about.
Well, not tonight,
NBA.
because tonight H. Simon has said this is the first time in nearly 10 years an NBA Finals has gone the full 7 games.
Oh, look.
So how about that?
Game 7 on Monday was insane. And it started Tyrese Halliburton, Dan, I sent you that video.
Yeah.
You actually watched it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
Tyrese
I did see it.
Halliburton, he started that game playing out of his skin. He was set to have a huge impact. And then, just took off wrong and pop. My Achilles shriveled up watching that. Like, his Achilles went, he's out. He's had surgery already. So big ups to Tyrese Halliburton. But, and the Pacers, they stayed up until about, I think, midway through the third quarter. They stayed well in touch. And then they came back. They didn't lose by a huge amount. Like it was looking like it could potentially go. But yeah, obviously losing Tyrese like that, that's a huge out, especially in game 7, which is essentially, the grand final of that series for them. Yeah, it was just, what a game, what a series, what a playoff series in general. But today was round 1 of draft day.
Well, actually, before you start that,
so-
Michelle, before you start, I just want to acknowledge Matty Colkin in the TikTok chat, because I know you can't see it. Matty Colkin in the
Please.
TikTok chat said NBA draft started today. So I just wanted to give him an acknowledgement for that topic before you leap into it.
Because I wasn't about to acknowledge it.
I thought you can't see the
No.
TikTok chat is all.
I know,
Yeah.
but no, the draft did start today. Round 2 is tomorrow. I was kind of just following it on like a live news feed thing because I wasn't watching it on ESPN due to work. But yeah, the draft went all right. Dallas didn't completely stuff it up. They actually took their number 1 draft pick as expected for Cooper Flagg. They haven't traded him yet, so they seem to be going all right in that.
Why would they
respect.
trade somebody they just drafted?
Oh, it happens.
Oh,
A few other
really?
teams have done it. They straight up draft a player and they straight up trade him. So
Seems pointless.
they might have the draft pick and they take a player that they know another team wants. So they're like, hey,
Okay. They're playing
we
silly
took
buggers.
your man,
They're playing
but we
silly
want this
buggers.
man. So how about you take this man?
Okay,
So,
fair enough.
yeah, that's how that time kind of
Fair enough.
happens.
Tom Greer on TikTok says they won't trade a number 1, but you're suggesting it does happen.
Well, I mean, they might not trade
Sometimes.
him yet. The Cooper Flagg, he's been described as a once in a lifetime player, or once in a generation player. So we'll see how that goes. Because
One of those
we've
dealios.
seen some drafts come up and they just have not lived up to the expectations. But we'll see, because it's a big jump from college ball to the NBA. And oh my God, I'm not even kidding. Some of these players rocked up to the draft and they are kitted out. They've got jerseys,
I'll bet.
they've got jackets, made by Valentino or Gucci or whomever those really expensive labels are. And, they're dripping in diamond and gold chains. And it's just like, guys, you're drafting for the NBA. You're not going out on a rap tour with Eminem, for God's sake. Like, calm it down. But yeah, some of them are all about the fit, which apparently is a young person word for outfit. They don't say outfit anymore, Dan. It's just
Well, that's
check out the
clearly
fit on
takes
that
too much
person.
time. Clearly.
I mean, I know we Australians shorten a lot of words, but oh my
Right.
God.
Hey, I got to pop off. I'll be back. Somebody says, oh no, I already read that one out. Tom Greer said they won't trade a number 1. I've got to have a quick break.
No.
Are you happy to keep talking basketball with the YouTube chat? I know you love it.
I'm happy to keep chatting YouTube chatters if you want to jump on.
Before I head
On
off,
TikTok
though,
and you want to ask me a question that Dan can't
yeah,
ask.
before I head off, though,
TikTok chat.
before I head off, Ollie is the best. It's Jacayla's birthday. Happy birthday, Jacayla.
Wasn't it her birthday the other week? Happy birthday,
I feel like
Kayla.
I feel like it's somebody's birthday from his friendship circle every single stream.
All the time. Brad Topian on YouTube. YouTube, thanks for the perfect commentary. I've got to make dinner for the fam because I told them after the game you would. Till next time, we love you back, Brad. Thank you. Jim, can I cover some NRLW? If it doesn't clash with some of the other things, that's the thing that's what we were trying to say just before, like we get these clashes, like I want to cover an AFL game maybe, but it clashes with the NRL. NRL is primarily the market still, so that's what we cover. Or Dan covers, and I watch Geelong on the other channel, and just come into the chat room to annoy people. But yeah, look, hopefully as it grows, I mean, come on, 4 years now, we're starting to grow a little bit more. So, and a lot faster. Things are picking up speed. So we'll see how that happens over the next couple of years for sure. Am I looking forward to the NRLW season with the addition of Warriors and the Bulldogs to the comp now? Look, I like the NRLW season. I'm not going to lie. I do like watching the girls. Some of them hit a hell of a lot harder than the men. But I probably don't get into it as much as I should, being a woman. But yeah, it'll be fun to see how it goes. It's always good to see it expand, to see more clubs get involved. Absolutely. Same way with the AFLW. Always great to see it expand, see more clubs get into it, and with the WNBA as well. I love watching the WNBA. Oh, those girls are psycho. Some of them are utterly savage, which is, it's good fun. But I think I was going to say about the draft, a lot of international players drafted this round, which is cool to see. The Celtics, my team, picked up a Spanish player. And I know the Celtics are going to be kind of on the rebuild a bit next year. We just offloaded Drew Holiday and Kristaps Porzingis, which sucks, but I knew it was coming because they were going to be so far over the salary cap with extensions. It was just not funny. So, pretty devastated to see them go. But at the same time, glad it's not Jaylen Brown, that's for sure. Looking forward to seeing what they do with Jason Tatum off for a year, because that's definitely going to be a different Celtics team for the next season. Which, by the way, I mean, I know it starts in like 4 months. I can't wait. I can't wait for the NBA to start again. It's my game. It's my favorite. I love to play the sport. Yeah, it's good fun. I'm sorry if anybody's asking me any questions in the TikTok chat. I cannot see it. If anyone's got anything else in the YouTube chat, fire away. But how about that game? The Bulldogs and the Panthers. It was the blockbuster we were expecting. It turned out to be exactly as we hoped. We didn't jinx it like we also hoped we wouldn't do at the start of the stream, because every time we talk up a game, it falls flat. So, yeah. I don't know. Dan's wandered off. No one's asking me anything in YouTube.
Ah, yes, they are. Did you already answer that one?
I answered both of them. Answered Jim, and I answered H. Simon, 1981. And you like watching the AFL too? Simon, you're a Swans supporter.
Oh, okay. Don't go back a few streams and see what she said about Swan supporters then.
Why? What did I say?
Well, I can't remember, but I know it wasn't anything positive.
I don't mind the Swans. I got a good mate who's a Swannies supporter.
Odd Poppet specifically commented on it. We did that one live stream of the AFL, like actually dedicated live stream to the AFL, and you said something because Odd Poppet called it out in the comment section of the video. He's like, "I'm a Swan supporter, Michelle."
It was like a fourth quarter. I think it was just because after those two absolutely horrific grand finals that the Swans had wanted to delete from memory.
I
But
don't recall. I know it was nothing positive though.
oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. No, I must have been drunk. But
Right.
which is the name of wasted world of sports, isn't it?
Mm. I mean,
No, look,
hello.
I'm a Geelong supporter, so yeah. um,
I
I've actually just
still,
flicked it over.
I still reckon, like, because obviously, wasted world of sports. We personally follow a lot of other sports than the ones that we cover here on the channel, and some of the sports I wouldn't necessarily want to do commentary on. Personally, I don't follow them that closely or that intently. I still reckon, I don't know how we accommodate it. I don't know where we find the time for it. I still reckon you, myself, Jace, Old Panther, all get together for like just a like no sport is off limit, just round table chit chat, all the happenings in the sports world, especially now that the back page has been cancelled thanks to Candace Warner.
Well, we can do that. I mean,
I just don't know when we
you
find the
can
time,
remote
is all. Yeah, oh yeah, we can absolutely remote in. I just wonder when we find the time for all of this. Because people love the banter. The chat room loves to ask questions, but at the end of the day,
absolutely. Well,
like
isn't it?
when we're live streaming a particular thing, whether it be the rugby union, the rugby league, the Formula One, or Michelle's done the one basketball stream, probably more coming up at some point if time.
Oh, I wish I could have had more in this final
Yeah,
series, but
if time works out, but
time doesn't allow it because
some of us have
so
to
many
work
games in a
proper
row. Well,
jobs.
okay.
Some of us have to work proper jobs. So,
Mm,
but yeah,
yeah.
there's I would love to talk about other stuff
Stream
as
hasn't
well.
had enough for both of us yet.
No, that's right.
Right. But yeah, look, I'm 100% down for that. I think that we can always put it out, get some questions prior and answer them during and do a roundtable discussion. I mean, Wednesday nights are usually, I feel like they could be pretty good.
Not
Yeah,
for
Monday
me.
or Wednesday.
No, not for me.
Mondays, why not for you?
Wow, that's when I have dinner and catch ups with the folks. That's my only time
With the
for
old
it, really.
Panther, so he'll literally be in your house on a Wednesday, so wouldn't that be perfect?
Oh, so what does my mum do for that hour and a half? She sits out there twiddling her thumbs in the other room, does she? Poor mum.
Get her to come in and join you.
Oh God, my mum would love to talk about sports.
Get her to come in and join you.
I'll tell you what.
No, but I mean,
I'll
obviously,
tell you about my
that,
I'll tell you about my mum. When Dad and I are having conversations over dinner, and it always inevitably diverts back to the footy. She'll be like, "What are you talking about? Football again?" The eye roll. The eye roll is almost like cartoon like, with the eyes popping out of the head and rolling. Like, oh, you two are talking
complete
about
opposite to my
football
mum.
again. Football.
Oh no, my mum loved her footy. So yeah, she was she was in the wasted world of sports tipping comp, for God's sakes.
Yeah.
So
Eventually.
yes. So eventually, I mean, she was in it 2 years ago, and then
No,
she
but I
died,
just mean, if memory serves me correctly, it took her quite some time to figure out how to join.
Oh yeah, it was
Yeah.
a little bit. It was a little bit,
It was a little bit
old
complicated.
their technology. Carlton have somehow managed to claw this back to a slightly respectable loss.
Well, what's a respectable
Um,
loss?
Well, they're not down by 70 now; they're only down by 40. So
Fair enough. Well, I suppose to have clawed back 30 points is, yeah, somewhat commendable in the circumstances.
yeah. So, um, I
Yeah.
think
Wow.
I'm gonna have to call it.
Yeah, I reckon we're just about done, I would say.
I would call it. I gotta work again tomorrow. You know that old chestnut. So
And hopefully, I've got that not TikTok. Hopefully, I've got that Twitch issue sorted out. I sort of kept a cheeky eye on it tonight. And what have we got before we leave? PC says, "What a game that was! Absolutely, match of the year candidate right there." I mean that game tonight might even. There's a long way to go yet, but that game tonight might even end up, in hindsight, being better than whatever grand final we end up with this year. Who knows?
could do.
I suppose
Could
it
do.
depends who's there. And yeah, no, that was a hell of a game, cracking contest.
Oh,
Yeah,
goodness
but
me.
yeah, I do think that we call it there.
Yep, I'm all good. We'll see you people in the chat room tomorrow evening. Yeah, Jim Condon, I'm the same. I hate summer. I mean, I love my NBA, but oh God, I hate summer. So, it's just not nice existing in a puddle of sweat. But it's been fun as
Well, that's
always. Everybody in the chat rooms, TikTok. I'm sorry I can't see the chat room. I'll try and rectify that before the next stream on Saturday with the Broncos. And yeah, the YouTube legends, loving it.
That's the thing I always say about summer versus winter. Like, trying to cool yourself down in summer can be, even with air conditioning, can be a pain in the ass. But there's nothing like in the heart of winter, just snuggling into bed, piling 10 blankets on yourself and warming yourself up.
Yep.
Give me winter
You're right,
all the
buddy.
time. All right.
Yep.
Thank you so much, everybody. Very much appreciate it. What a game we've just witnessed. Finals worthy, these two teams. And just ultimately at the back end of that contest, the Bulldogs maybe a combination of a lack of experience and just the Panthers players that left to go to the Bulldogs had a little bit of an apprentice versus master feel about it, even though the Panthers have those young guys coming through. And it was just it was a win for the Masters.
Absolutely.
8 points to 6.
Absolutely. But no, excellent evening all around. Everybody have a fabulous Friday. And we'll see you back here on Saturday. Well, I'll see you back here on Saturday.
Oh, you're not suggesting tonight was Friday. You're just saying for tomorrow.
Yeah, have a fabulous Friday tomorrow. And I will see you back on Saturday. Dan will be on tomorrow.
It sounded like you were implying tonight was Friday. I'm like, hang on, what?
Tonight was Friday. I would not be on and I would not be drinking.
All right.
All right. Enjoy. Happy Friday all tomorrow.